Alright, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham Ha Rika Kwadash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone wall. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom Ba'abababal. So my channel is fishing for the elect of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi. And I just got a comment on this video. Omen Edom, aka Son of Perdition. I got a comment that stood out to me from Lemonis Gate 8809 or 09. It says, taking scriptures out of their historical context and applying them to events and peoples today is a special kind of evil, and racism do better, which this person needs to do better, because they don't understand that the historical context of the Bible was that it was prophecy. It was said before it was supposed to happen. So it's very relevant that we take these scriptures and apply them to today. It says in 2 Ezra 8, an angel was speaking to Ezra in Babylon. And I believe it was so I Google searched it, just for the sake of time. And it was Uriel, and Ezra 4 is where it says it. Second Ezra 4 verse 1, and the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer. Second Ezra 4 verse 36, and unto these things Uriel, the archangel, gave them answer, and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he had weighed the world in a balance. All right, so it's Uriel. There it is. Uriel. So now, going to 2 Ezra 8 and 60, it says in 61, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me. And it says in 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1, he answered me then, the angel Uriel answered Ezra, which is he's in Babylon in captivity, and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. So when you see these prophecies as they are written come to pass, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See? So we have a sure word of prophecy. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the people in the world, which you're seeing these things increase in our generation, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High, Yahweh, through his Son Yahawashi, spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, which is the end of the so-called white man's kingdom, but it's the beginning of Israel's. It says in 2 Ezra 6 verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So Esau was the firstborn, and Jacob was born holding his heel. So that was a prophecy of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom that's with Israel ruling, comes after Edom, the wicked rule. So it says, for Esau is the end of the world, which we're at the end, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, which we're going to have all these heathen enslaved. All right, it says right here in 2 Ezra 6, verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, which they're nothing, their value is nothing, have begun to be lords over us and devour us. They got us in subject to payment, so they devour us. They use us and abuse us and destroy us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, which that's what he told Pharaoh, that the Israelites were his firstborn, thy only begotten and thy fervent lover are given into their hands, and it's because we sinned. If the world now be made for our sakes, which this was all planned. I don't want you to think that the Lord created something and it went, air. No, he created it this way so it could play out a certain way. It says, if the world now be made for our sakes, so the world was made for the Israelites and the heathen for our slaves, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And it'll only endure for a period of time, and there's an actual limit. It tells you in Revelation 6, they're going to persecute us and actually kill some of the saints, and that's going to trigger their end. It says in Revelation 6 and verse 9, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, and for their testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? See? And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest for a little season. It's only going to be a short time that this devil is allowed to go from his renaissance into his end. It says, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. So there's a prophecy that they got to kill some of us in persecution, and that persecution is going to come because we reject the implantable microchip, which is going to be made mandatory for buying and selling. It will replace your US dollars, all right? It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, so after they hit that number of saints that they're allowed to kill to fulfill prophecy, the nuclear destruction comes right after that. right after the Great Tribulation, immediately, nuclear destruction. All right, no man knows the day or the hour, but we know we're in that season. Look at the times we're in. Look at the media. Who's ruling America right now? You got this Elon Musk, which it shows you that the U.S. Constitution is void because, you're not supposed to have a foreigner like Elon Musk, which he goes back to South Africa and his father goes back to the UK, all right, be president. And they really got that from the Bible. The Bible says not to set a stranger over you. It's supposed to be an Israelite, all right? But really, we have our king, Yahawashi, which he gives us King David, the king of Israel, all right? Which the people's champ, all right, Esau Edom, he's going to fail just like Saul, just like all these other kingdoms did, all right? Because the Lord's with his elect, not with the wicked. And that's why you see Elon Musk, his satellites being knocked out of the sky like Matumbo is smacking them down in his fucking face and saying, not in my house, because it's over. It's over for Esau. And that's why this place is going to rapidly deteriorate, break down. They're trying to act like they're shutting it down, but it's the Lord doing it. He's tearing this place down. It's going to crumble from the inside because it is corrupted. All right? There's a wound that is not healed on Babylon, and this wound is full of sores and worms, and it's been rotting for years and years. Right? What is Trump saying with this Doge, right? The Duke of Edom, Elon Musk. Trump is saying that he's finding all this corruption in the interior of his system. So it's going to collapse upon itself. It's going to implode. And you're going to have pretty much war in the streets of America, which is the chaos that they're going to use to bring forth that implantable microchip as a saving Trojan horse, which the deception is they're going to say it's going to give you life, but really it will condemn you to death, and you're going to die in this lake of fire. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great multitude, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, because nuclear destruction is on its way. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, and that's what's going to cause that great earthquake, nuclear destruction, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs. And just like that fig tree, Yahawashi cursed and it withered, which represented those wicked Israelites, all right, that didn't believe in that generation. That's how he's going to curse America. And it's just going to be destroyed and become a desert. Nuclear destruction. Or even these troops, all these troops that are going to be gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they're going to be nothing but dust and smoke at the command of Yahawashi. It says, and the stars shall fall, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. When the heaven departed as a scroll, which is a mushroom cloud, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places from that great earthquake caused by the nuclear destruction of America, Babylon the Great. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which they know Yahawashi is coming from heaven, And that's why ever since they went into that land as a counterfeit, a bastard, they have produced a Air Force. Now you have a Space Force. Why? Because they're preparing for war against Yahawashi. Because when they touch his elect, Yahawashi is coming back. All right? To gather his sheep and destroy the wicked, the cursed, and them that do wickedly. All right? It says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So, let me pull up this video this brother had. I watched it yesterday.
Yahawashi, in the beginning of Jacob's.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Monday, March 24th, 2025, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now it is 16:22 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from the Middle East and from here in the U.S. So we just had a U.S. presidential doomsday plane fly to a U.S. doomsday bunker in Colorado. So an E-4B Night Watch took off from Offutt Air Base, which is the home of U.S. Strategic Command in Omaha, Nebraska, and flew to Colorado Springs, which is where Cheyenne Mountain is located. That's a massive doomsday bunker.
I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachaha Kwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakaryim, Shah, Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel.
Underneath a 5,000-foot tall mountain, and that's also where NORAD headquarters is located. And then it flew back, and this was sometime in the afternoon, so it flew to Cheyenne Mountain from Offutt Air Base, and then it flew back to Offutt Air Base. So most likely some kind of VIP was dropped off, maybe the president, maybe the vice president, maybe the defense secretary. Okay, but this is very, very serious because we're also hearing that apparently 3 U.S. Air Force B-2 stealth bombers were heard communicating with ground stations in the Pacific and near the Indian Ocean. Okay, so this means that we have 3 B-2 stealth bombers crossing the Pacific Ocean.
So as you see, it's fulfilling that scripture. All right, Revelation 6, verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, which the elite, they're outside of America. All right, because they're the ones on the left hand that the Lord's going to use to get this thing done. All right, but Trump and these other politicians of America, they're just the glove that they're using to stir shit up. All right, and once they're done, they're going to take the glove off and leave them in these bunkers as nuclear destruction reigns at the return of Yahawashi. And it's not because of man's will, it's because it's already been prophesied since the beginning. Before the beginning, the earth was created for this purpose, so that the fear of the Lord could be known throughout the earth, and his name Yahweh and his son's name Yahawashi be glorified forever and forevermore. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Ha Rakat Kodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders which rule Great Millstone well and which taught us the truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abababon.